Welcome back, guys. I'm Zell, and today we're talking about Olight's new charger. The other day I visited Olight's website and they had this thing called the UC, Universal Battery Charger. And you know, I have a universal battery charger. I have this Nightcore IntelliCharger i2, and this is a wonderful charger. Don't get me wrong, love this thing. You know, you can stick, here's a 26650, fits in there a little snug, but it's nice and tight, fits good. Your 18650, it fits in there pretty good too. Problem I have with this style of charger is whenever we get down to the, what is this one, 14500, we're kind of having to be really careful about getting that guy in there because it's setting up, what, a 1/4 of an inch above the bottom here, and it's just not, it doesn't make me feel good. And you get down to the, what are these, 1044s, and it gets really tricky to get one in there and get it all stable so it'll charge. Now, I've done it, obviously, and it works good, but Olight promises a simpler system. Only charges one battery at a time, but it's supposedly really simple. So we're going to slide the laptop in here and we'll get a look at this thing here in a few days and get a look at this. Alright, so this is Olight's little charger, and it works as simple as plug it into your USB port. And we have, I don't know if you can see the light flashing there, but right now we have a red indicator blinking. Kind of hard to see with all the light in here. But what they've done is they've given us two little magnetic ends, and that's the beauty of this charger. If we take this 14500, magnetically connected there, magnetically connected there, and again, kind of hard to see the light, but that light turns red for charging, and it'll charge until it's done and it'll turn green. And the light is right here, the one I keep talking about, right here around where the cable comes out. So this makes charging a single battery extremely easy. It senses polarity, so it doesn't matter which end you put the little magnetic things on, and that's it. It'll charge supposedly any cylindrical battery. They list some on the packaging. On the packaging they list AA's, AAA's, 10440s, 14500s, 16340s, 17670s, 18650s, and 26650s. But according to the website, it'll charge like your RCR 123As and so forth. And I have charged 14500s with it. I've charged nickel metal hydride, any loops, I believe that's what chemistry these are, with it. Works just as good. Just get it on there and away you go. And I've charged all the way up to this big old 26650. Not a problem. Now, as far as charging time, I really don't have any data for that. Now, its max charging voltage with the lithium batteries is 4.25 volts, so it ought to be reasonable, you know, an overnight charge. And don't quote me on that because I'm not an expert on battery charging. And for nickel metal hydrides, 1.45 volts. And it does have a charging cutoff, so it will stop charging whenever the batteries are full, whether you're using nickel metal hydrides or lithiums. And their magnets are pretty strong in that. And I would just like to mention that the color here is just absolutely awesome. I am really liking the color they put on these. After we get all this stuff out of the way, let's talk a little bit about the device itself. We have aluminum here, regular USB right here for your power in, and it'll charge off of, you know, a computer socket, you know, plug it in the USB port on your computer, or any standard USB plug wall wart you may have with your old phones and whatnot. And from there we have a silicone covered wire goes down to this splitter. It's also aluminum. And out of the splitter, we get the 2 magnetic ends. Everything here, and I've only had this in my possession for, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, but everything here seems to be built pretty darn well. It's definitely not your general super cheap, quick, inexpensive stuff. Olight has done a really good job, it appears, of building us a device that should last. The magnets, good and strong. Now, one issue I did come across, I have some of these Trustfire TR10440s, and if you look on the magnetic ends here, we've got a circle in the middle that is supposed to capture your battery. Okay, well that circle is just about the same size as the little plastic wrap around the end of this battery. And that causes a problem. It does not want to charge these. And, if you're charging 10440s, this may not be the charger for you. You may have to go back to your trusty Nightcore charger or something of that sort. But larger batteries, I haven't had a problem. Nickel metal hydrides, I haven't had a problem because they don't have the plastic thing across the back on the AAA size. But if there was one thing I would suggest to Olight, it would be to put us a dimple in the middle of that's at the same height as this circle that they have raised, so that it would be capable of charging batteries like this. And that's about it, guys. This thing runs $10 at olightstore.com, and I think it's worth every penny of it if you use any sort of lithium rechargeable, or you're a person who uses nickel metal hydrides in your flashlights or other things that you need a convenient way to charge. Because, with a USB charger, you can plug this in anywhere. I charged some batteries in my car yesterday, so, my car has some of those USB ports in it that are essentially useless for charging my phone because they don't carry enough amperage, but they carry plenty to charge the battery. So, and with the magnetic things, no problem. I just plugged this in, put this on the end of the battery, and tossed it down in the console, and everything stayed together and charged that battery up, and I was able to use my little flashlight whenever it was done charging. Anyhow, guys, I really appreciate you stopping by. You might want to run by Olight store and check these things out at $10. I think they're a pretty good deal. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.